St. Patrick's Day is coming and we're going to be making like a cereal treat like a Rice Krispie, but instead we're going to be using Lucky Charms. Now what I did is I separated all the marshmallows, as you can see, and you know, as a kid, I always wanted to do this, and probably you did too. Just eat the marshmallows, they were kind of fun. But you don't necessarily have to separate the cereal from the marshmallows. Separate some of them though, because we're going to put those on the top. So let's get started. All right, you're gonna need like, I'm just using a small box of Lucky Charms. We're gonna need a package of marshmallows, of course, the marshmallows from the Lucky Charms, and 3 tablespoons of butter, something to melt it in, to cook it over the oven, some kind of pan to melt our butter and our marshmallows. We melt those together. All right, once the marshmallows are all melted there, you go ahead and pour the cereal in. And then you just mix it right up. Now you can, like I said before, you can like make your, leave some marshmallows in there. I just wanted to have like all the wonderful colors just right on top. And now you're going to get like either a quarter sheet or a cookie pan. And we're going to pour that in. All right, it's important that you spray the pan first so it's easier to come out. And you just scoop that right in there. Alrighty. And then the great thing about this is you just pat it down. The great thing is that if there's extra marshmallow sauce in there, you can just like stir it in there and get it in there. So let's pour that all in. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and spread that out. Now, if you're wondering why my utensil is not sticking to it, I sprayed my utensil with some Pam or some spray, baking spray. So you go ahead and do that and spread it out as evenly as you can and try to compact it down there. So that way it's a little easier to come out too. Alrighty. Get that down nice and packed. Okay, and then once we go ahead and do that, what we're going to do is we're going to take our marshmallows that we have and we're going to put those on top. So we're just going to sprinkle out some of the marshmallows and just put them wherever you want to. Now, it's kind of a nice little treat for kids because a lot of kids like a cereal treat. And who doesn't love marshmallows? I remember as a kid always loving these marshmallows and like picking those out so I could eat those at the very end of my cereal bowl. I don't know if you've ever done anything like that before, but this makes it nice and colorful. And once you go ahead and put the marshmallows on, now you can put the whole batch on that you like. You can mix up the cereal with the marshmallows and then just put some on to top it off. Alrighty, so here we go. And you just want to make sure your hands don't get sticky. You can also be very careful. You can spray your hands just a little bit so you can push it down. All right, so I sprayed my hands just a little bit. I'm gonna make sure that it pushes down in there. So that way when you cut it, it will be nice and firmly impacted in there. So it will stay there. All right, another way to compact it also is to take the compostable baking paper and you can put it down like that and just push like that. All right, let me show you what the finished product looks like. All right, and so this is what the finished product looks like. It'll be a great little treat for St. Patrick's Day or whenever you like it, especially if you like Lucky Charms. And if you have any leftover marshmallows and you have somebody who really loves the marshmallows, go all out. I want to thank you very much for watching. Check out some of our other videos and let's make the world a better place.